Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Morbius. It is the new Marvel movie, not MCU, it's Sony Marvel. And it stars Jared Leto as Michael Morbius. Welcome to the review. It's non-spoiler, don't worry. Is this a spoiler review? Nope, non-spoiler. We'll do a spoiler, I guess, down the line. By the way, if you're brand new to the channel and you've never seen the channel before, do me a favor, subscribe, hit that notification button, hit the like button. Help me out here. Throw a comment in, too. That helps for the algorithm. You guys know how it works at this point. All right, listen. This movie's not good. It's not good. But that being said, I enjoyed watching it. It's just not good. Why isn't it good? What's the reasoning? Harloff, tell us. Well, I think it suffers from the same thing that the Venom movies do. I think Sony's finding they're trying to go after this thing where it feels like this movie should have been made in like 1997 or hell, maybe early 2000s if you want to. But it's definitely the way that superhero movies kind of used to be made. There's a little of that Lost Boys feeling inside of it, a little bit, kind of. For those people who don't know the story, Michael Morbius is a brilliant scientist. He suffers from a blood disorder that's kind of killing him and his buddy Matt Smith. And he's a really smart guy. He's trying to figure out how to cure this for not just him and for his buddy, but for people all over the world. How's he going to do it? And he's working on it. And what does he do? He becomes the actual Batman. Spiderman was bit by a spider. This dude injects bat blood into his body and turns into official Batman. It's not the traditional vampire that you know, and they even goof on that a little bit in the movie. It's not that type of vampire. It's just this serum that he's made to turn himself to kind of infuse himself with the bats. It gives him the super strength. It gives him all this stuff, but it's also causing him to do some stuff he might not like. So he's got to try to figure it out. But something goes awry. You can guess what goes awry from the first 10 minutes you're watching this movie because it is very predictable. It's if you've ever seen any movie like this, you can guarantee that you can guess it from a mile away. That being said, the cast is really good. I don't know why they bill Michael Keaton, by the way, in this movie. He's not really in the movie at all. I will tell you, stay for the post-credit scenes to see them. They make no sense whatsoever. That's all I'll say. There's two post-credit scenes, and neither one of them makes any sense to me at all. You guys can explain it to me, but it makes no sense. And I guess we'll dive deeper in the spoiler review as far as what those scenes are. But listen to this cast, man. Jared Leto, Jared Harris, Tyree Gibson, Matt Smith. There's a lot of really good people. Al Madrigal, very funny comedian, is also in this movie, and it's really good. However, I will say that the standout of Morbius, for me anyway, was Adria Arjona. I know that I've seen her before, but she really stood out in this. She plays the love interest / the doctor that is Morbius's friend and helps him out, and she's got a great energy about her. She's very likable. She pops off the screen. It's just the script is a bit silly, and there's a lot of hissing and howling and slow motion and clanging. There's a lot of clanging in this movie. Like I feel like people's heads are bouncing off of things and there's it's a lot of slow motion, banging, clanging, and it's just a very simple film. It's directed by, and forgive me, I remember, but now I forget, Daniel Espinosa, who I think did Child 44 and a few other things. The script is a little lazy. It's like I said, I enjoyed watching it because I thought Jared Leto's performance was pretty good as Michael Morbius. I thought it was an interesting story. Again, I've seen it a million times over about the guy that's going through something and has to be the one who fixes it. He's smart enough to do it, but yet he figures out that maybe what he did wasn't the best way to do it. And if it falls into the wrong hands, then uh-oh. And that's pretty much what this is. This is an uh-oh, and it never really wows you. And sometimes there's some laughable things. There's some laughable dialogue throughout it. But like I said, I don't know if it's just because I haven't been going to the movies as much anymore, but I enjoyed being in the movies and watching it. So I wasn't dreading. It's short. It's only like an hour and 45 minutes. So it goes quick. But, I mean, although I saw it with some people that thought it felt like 3 hours, I didn't feel it felt that long. I just felt like there just wasn't much to it. And I was but it was, I don't know, it was fun to watch. How does it play into? Oh, this is the thing. This is something that I was gonna like. What I will say is not like I don't remember this scene in the movie at all, like at all, like at all. If it's cut, there's probably a reason for it. People are gonna ask me, how does it tie into Spider-Man? I don't really know, and without spoiling anything for you, I don't really think much at all. That's all I can really say. Again, when I get to the spoiler portion of it, I can kind of give you my overall thoughts on that. But like I said, there's the positives on this, the performances by Jared Leto, who's doing the best he can with what he's got as far as the script goes, which is not much, and Adria Arjona. Matt Smith is fine. He's doing a lot of over the top stuff, and I like Matt Smith. I just think he got a couple laughs from me in the studio and in the theater also from some of the stuff. And again, I don't know if it's necessarily his fault as much as it was the direction of what he was asked to do. Jared Harris is also really good as Emil Nichols, who's like Michael Morbius' mentor. But really, that's it. It's not a good movie. Are you going to hate yourself by going and seeing it in the theater? No. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5 schmoes if I'm going to give it a rating. And I think it's just one of the music is kind of it just feels like a 90s comic book movie that like someone saw Blade and said, hey, let's make our version of Blade kind of, but not really, because vampires are hot right now. And that's it. Am I interested? Would I want to see another one? Yeah, sure. Can you make it better than this one? That's all I'd ask. It's not. It really isn't one of those movies to me. Like someone, I'd seen it with a friend and turned over and they said, "This is terrible." I said, "Yeah, but I'm enjoying watching it." It wasn't one of those movies that you're watching and you're like, "Oh my God, get me out of the theater." It was like, all right, it's not great, but it's a movie to watch. That's what they should put in the poster. It's a movie to watch. Anyway, that's it. That's Morbius. That's my review. Hope you enjoy. Once again, subscribe, hit the notification button, do all that. Please, 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 please. And if you haven't, by the way, if you have not, please check out Friday Night Titans. It's on the Movie Trivia SCHMOEDOWN channel. There's an iCard right there. It is the World Championship of Movie Trivia. And this week on Friday, Ben Bateman challenges somebody. Who's he going to challenge? You guys got to figure it out. All right. Thank you guys so much. This is the Morbius review. We appreciate you. See you next time.